Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at boots of swiftness. Everyone has started to buy them now, so let's really go over why and actually when it's really good to pick them up. I've narrowed this down to 6 short reasons. So first one, it's cheap. It's only 500 gold to upgrade and 800 in total. That's 300 cheaper than the other options except lucidity and mobility boots. Now cheap isn't always good. You only have 6 slots and you want to maximize them with the best items possible, but in this case we're getting a lot of value from our gold. It makes roaming or catching people easier. It can help chase down people in team fights or help escape when people are chasing you. Basically, I think of it like, unless you have a specific reason to buy another type, like if you want attack speed for example, then this really should be your default option. Second thing, not enough people actually do this, but you can also put the alacrity enchant on Swifties for 20 extra move speed. It only costs you 150 more gold than something like Merc Treads or Ninja Tabby, but it gives you 85 move speed, which is insane. Normal boots have 45, so yeah, you'll be running about twice as fast as everyone else. On bruises, this is especially insane. Imagine like a Darius or a Fiora running at you and he's twice as fast as you are. That is really not cool. Third thing kind of ties into this as well. They are just a better version of mobility boots. Mobies gives you 25 flat move speed, right? That bumps up to 105 when not in combat. Swiftness gives you 65 the entire time and is slap bang in the middle. The reason swiftness is just better is because it's so much more versatile like any situation. Other types are going to give you 45 move speed, right? So once your mobies cancel, they can't even keep up with them anymore. It's like having tier 1 boots still. This point is more for supports or junglers really, but Moby boots offer nothing in fights at all. Sure, you can get to the fight faster and you can move around the map faster, but once you're actually there, people can just run away from you and it's so hard to keep up with them. Fourth thing, Frost Queen's Claim. Swiftness now has a passive that reduces the effectiveness of slows by 25%, and this isn't the duration of the slow like Merc Treads or Tenacity, but the effectiveness of it, so how much it slows you. As an example, like a Mundo Cleaver, right, slows you by 40%, so with Swiftness boots they'd only slow you for 30%. This works with the ghosts on the Frost Queen's Claim and makes outrunning the spookies easier, or at least not being crippled once they do hit you. Frost Queens isn't as popular this patch, but a lot of people are still buying it, especially supports, and swiftness just makes them way less painful to deal with. Once it gets nerfed again, which honestly is probably going to, then maybe swiftness will become less popular, but I don't actually think so because of the next reason. Merc Treads were nerfed pretty hard at the end of Season 5. They cost 1100 gold, they offer 45 move speed, but they now only offer 20% tenacity down from 35% that they used to have. Almost halving the tenacity gained is a really big blow, especially for how much gold they cost. You also have to remember that elixirs still exist. I know, strange thing, right? Hardly anybody buys them anymore, but they actually are still there in the shop. They are 500 gold, which is kind of expensive, but if you need tenacity desperately for a team fight, then you can always buy the elixir of iron, which gives you 25% tenacity, even more than Merc Treads would. So honestly, QSS, Quicksilver Sash or Mercurial Scimitar is now cheaper, and it's a way more viable build path for bruisers too, so you can just cleanse the crowd control straight away if that's the problem. Reducing a stun by 20% is not likely to do you much, honestly. Like, that's still 80% of the duration for people to kill you while you're in place, so yeah, they're kind of pretty poop at the moment. The last thing is kind of specific to a certain set of champions, and because it reduces the effectiveness of slows, it also affects self-slows. So like Tarm's Devour, he's going to be slower when he's running around with crap in his belly, right? But with swiftness boots, he wouldn't be as slow. Same goes for Blitzcrank and his W, his overdrive. After that short burst of speed, you get slowed, but with swiftness, you won't be slowed as much. This works for a bunch of other things like Vi and her Q, or Varus and his Q, Xerath and his Q. Anything that slows you down won't slow you as much with swiftness boots. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little look at swiftness boots. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in my next video.